Sage Intacct is a very different system. It is a dimensional reporting system. And, coming from an accounting background, traditionally, it was all about cost centers, account numbers, and then using Excel to kind of get the reports that the CFO wanted. The reporting structure in Intacct is firstly real time. So you're getting information a lot quicker. So you're going to be able to do a lot more with that data than you would previously. But the trick that a lot of businesses that migrate from an existing system to a new one is they don't fully utilize all the options that were in Intacct, specifically around the dimensional reporting, but also the statistical accounts which are available. Some mindset of the accountants or the finance manager is still in the old school of, I need 40 expense accounts, and I need to account for each cost center based in each of those accounts. Intacct throws that on its head and says, listen, you actually just need one expense account. You can tag the transaction or the journal entry, whichever comes in, with the information related to it. And that's what the dimensions are. They effectively tags, looking at like a Facebook picture, it's tagging the location, it's tagging the person, which in this case is the employee. It could be tagging the revenue stream, or the product line, and all of those things. It could be class, item, warehouse, whatever the information that needs to be tagged. Once that's then in the system, you've effectively, if you go to an Excel analogy, created the data in a format that can be pivoted really easily. Now, this is all happening real time. So if that transaction now comes in and all that information is tagged, you're just refreshing your dashboard and your reports in that way. So I think where a lot of the finance managers or the CFOs that we kind of get going into Intacct is they kind of just want to replicate what they have now. And I feel that you're missing a trick. Intacct is a game changing for businesses that look to say, hold on, I would like to get this out of the system. Is this possible? As opposed to just getting what we're getting in the moment. And taking that one step further, the statistical accounts, when they utilized correctly, can be immensely powerful. So taking, for example, we've got a large restaurant chain. They wanted to understand both their financials and some of the operational data. So for example, the square meterage was being stored within the system now, and they could do profitability by square meterage. They can bring in the headcount from the payroll system and understand how much the cost of the headcount is based on their shift works and the square meterage. They can get really deep insight into each of the restaurants around the country and which is the most profitable ones, and how can we optimize all the different restaurants based on that model. So there's some really exciting stuff that can come out of it if the CFOs or financial managers, whoever's implementing Intacct, really looks a little bit more holistically about what they'd like to get as opposed to what they've always got already.